Hey Cancers, welcome back to Alchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. This is your January 2021 reading. So excited for all of you. And I already shuffled offline, but I'm going to pull cards for action and advice, possible obstacles, a card for money, love, career, and communications, and then a card for each week of the month. One thing I want to talk about too, really quickly, is that a few things I really feel strongly. Number one, the energy that we've been feeling in 2020 probably is going to continue on until kind of that mid-spring, summer time frame, where I think things are going to lighten up a little bit more. But until then, I really feel summer is probably going to be a lot more, the energy is going to feel a lot more lighter. We might have more freedom. So I would tell you is that just because that the clock strikes at midnight on Jan 1, it doesn't mean that it's just a reset and it just goes back to quote unquote normal. We're not going back to normal. We have to adjust, right? So I just want to put that out there. And then also, at the end of the month, we're going to hit into a Mercury retrograde. It will be fully into February. We'll be in retrograde, but Mercury will start to enter into its shadow phase kind of the mid part of the month. So just FYI on that. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. Okay. So out of the gate, actions and advice, really great card. And I think Aries got this card, I feel like. But you got Six of Swords, really fabulous. This is all about forward movement. This is all about excitement. This is, it's also about being in a calmer state of mind. A lot of you, this could be that you are going to be traveling at some point. Six of Swords usually means long distance travel, could be international. For a lot of you, I think that, Cancer, this is asking you also to open yourself up a lot more. Swords is all about intellectual thought, mental energy. And for some of you, it could certainly be putting yourself out there more, exposing yourself more out, on the wide world web, which, just putting yourself out there on a grander scale. But also one thing I want to talk about with this is that Cancers, you guys have been going through a really challenging year, just like a lot of people. And I think that the worst is over now, and you're going to start to feel calmer, like you've gotten on the other side of the storm. Okay. You're hitting to calmer waters. Things are going to even out a little bit, and it's not going to be so rocky and mentally stressful for you. So I do feel like that is going to be the case. But what I would tell you, Cancer, is that, at the end of the day, actions and advice, you have to remind yourself that you got yourself to a calmer state of mind, and you did it. So know that you have that in you anytime that you face obstacles, okay? So speaking of obstacles, the card that you guys got and it's actually not a bad card at all. It's a fabulous card. This is the Four of Wands. Such a beautiful card. One thing I'm going to tell you is that, the Six of Swords energy definitely means that you kind of made it through, okay? That you've gotten past a lot of things. And even though that this is kind of, it's not so much an obstacle, but the Four of Wands is usually a very happy home, happy life, good marriage, good relationships, very fulfilling. But what I will tell you is that 2020 may not have ended the way you wanted. And even though January might have some of that same energy, it may not end what you originally hoped for, but it still ended out really, really good. And this month, I'm going to tell you that even though there might be some rocky moments and stressful points, for the most part, I will tell you that this month is going to be ending on a high note, and it's going to be very positive for you, Cancer. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Still really, really solid energy. So what's going on in your money section? We got Father of Cups, which this is the King of Cups. So one thing I'm going to tell you is that this is, Cancer, you could certainly this is water energy. You could be investing in something that is a passion project for you, or you are putting money or backing something that you really believe in, that it speaks to your heart and soul. You have, it's something that makes you happy, that that you're making a difference in other people's lives. So that's something certainly that you could be doing. For a lot of you, you're trying to save up or build enough income or to do things that actually give you the freedom and the happiness that you've been really wanting. So Cancer, I feel like you've been really focusing on also how you can help other people in your life too. And so that's really meaningful for you, and you're focusing on how you can build that nest egg. So let's get into love. You guys seriously could not have gotten a better card. Cancers, you got the Lovers card, which is in the love section. So one thing I'll tell you, for some of you, if you're in a partnership or relationship, 2020 has been, and I'm saying that because I'm filming this in 2020. It has been make or break for relationships, 100%. So what I will tell you is that if your relationship has survived, you're kind of have this newfounded respect, love for your partner, and that, you guys you have your history together, you've been through some ups and downs, and you know how to make it through anything. For some of you, this is a relationship maybe coming to an end, and you're gonna have to make a really, really hard decision, or you're gonna have a hard conversation. But for singles, this can certainly mean that new love is on the horizon. It may not come in January, but it certainly might have that feeling. You feel lighter, your heart chakra is open. Maybe you're starting to get out there and put yourself out there a little bit more, but certainly somebody could be coming in, or the energy is starting to come in January. So fabulous. What's going on with your guys' career? Oh, you guys got the High Priestess. So very much going within, and Cancers, you're highly intuitive and very nurturing. So for a lot of you, you certainly could be looking at going within and taking kind of this introspective approach. It's kind of a spiritual approach to your career, even your current workplace. You're looking at things differently, like, live and let live. There's just certain things I'm not willing to put my energy in anymore, or I'm not willing to be around certain people that bring me down. And it feels, it's learning how to lift the weight. Okay. Another thing, for many of you, you could be starting to get really interested in crystals or the occult or tarot, or, just like learning more about spirituality in itself, law of attraction, what it's like to manifest. Maybe some of you are really starting to get into Abraham Hicks, or, anything like that. You're starting to really focus and being really drawn to this, the spirituality aspect of our lives, and good for you, all good stuff. But I think for a lot of you, you're just going within and you're taking things with a grain of salt, and you're starting to understand that, everything starts with me. And if I am balanced and I keep my emotions in check, and I don't necessarily react, and no one has control over my emotions, that's true power. And I'm saying that because that's that beautiful tiger, such powerful energy, especially when you hold your emotions close to you and no one can touch that. Meaning that no one can manipulate how you feel and how you react. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so I keep putting cards down on the desk, and I don't know why, because I have to keep picking them up like an idiot. I don't know why I keep doing that. So you guys got 9 of Swords for communications. And so one thing I'm going to tell you, so communications might be a sore spot this month. And I've said a few times that, there could be some, especially around the love, you could have some conversations that you do have to have with loved ones, or someone that you hold close, or even a coworker or somebody in your life. But this 9 of Swords is literally thinking of the worst case scenario. You're in your head thinking of all the bad things that could go happen, the what ifs. If I say this, what were they going to say? Oh my God, is it going to ruin the family dynamic? Is it going to ruin our relationship? Is it going to make things awkward? I'm going to tell you, you got to get out of your head, Cancer. And ultimately, number one, you're going to have to have a conversation. It's not going to be an easy one, but you're going to need to have it. So I don't know who that is, because for all of you, it could be very different. For some of you, it could just be an internal talk. For some of you have been really pushing things under the rug, ignoring things, and, ignoring the self-work and some shadow work that you guys need to do. And it's going to come to head. So this is a choice. You have to make that choice. If this is with someone else, you need to buckle up, and you need to have the conversation. For some of you, it might be to stay on point and track, and that you don't get overly emotional, or not, you get so emotional that you're not able to speak the words. Maybe you write some things down, kind of keep you on track, and, keeps you focused in the conversation. I'm going to tell you that a lot of times what we think is going to happen is not necessarily the situation. So try not to create scenarios or narratives in your head, okay? Because this is 9 of Swords energy is just being in your head so much that, you think you know the outcome, but honestly, you don't know until you have the conversation, okay? All right, so week 1. You guys got 7 of Pentacles, fabulous energy. This is all about building and focusing where you want to put your energy. Pentacles is all about things that material in our material world, things that we can touch, feel, and see. So what I'm going to tell you is that Cancer, what you put your mind to and what you put your energy in and what you put your focus in this month, it's going to grow. Okay, it's not ready for harvest yet, but this is all about planting those seeds of intentions, focusing and working on yourself, bettering yourself, reskilling your skill sets, and you're going to be in a better place. But what I'm going to tell you is this is going to take time and nurturing and love. So continue on. If there's something you've been doing, keep at it. Okay. So you guys got, for week 2, you guys got 10 of Pentacles. Massive progression. This is fabulous. This is from a 7 to a 10. This is meaning that whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. You're on the soul's purpose. But also, this is something that could bring you a lot of wealth in the future, Cancer. So like I'm telling you, please, please, please don't give up. This is all about consistency, dedication, and being disciplined on what you're doing, because this can absolutely bring long-term wealth and stability. For some of you, the 10 of Pentacles certainly could be, you could be inheriting something, or you could be notified that you're inheriting something. So that certainly could be the case for some of you. I'm only saying that because that is usually the long-term wealth, like generational wealth card. So again, for some of you, you could be inheriting something. Third week, you guys got a lot of Pentacles energy. So staying really, really grounded this month is going to be key. You got 8 of Pentacles. This is all about taking a step back. You might have to really focus on learning a new skill set, or you're introduced into some new research, or, new educational opportunities, or whatever the case is. But this is really about taking the time and putting a lot of work and honing in a skill and a craft. And that's going to be really important. But you got a lot of, this month, a lot of Pentacle energy. You need to stay grounded and focused and not get persuaded or your energy taken in different areas. Like, this is the time to work on you and really put as much effort into, building yourself up and leveraging your talents. Okay. 4th week. Oh my gosh, you guys got fabulous cards. You got 2 10s. You got 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So again, this is happiness, fulfillment, excitement. So I'm going to tell you something. You're starting the month with this 7 of Pentacles and putting some work and consistency and keep driving forward. You might start to see some growth or some success, even some movement by the end of the month if you keep at it. And this is long-term stability, happiness, fulfillment, excitement. This can mean, marriage, family card. So whatever you're doing, Cancer, I know that you're doing for not only yourself, but your loved ones, and that's wonderful. So keep at it. Great, great month for you. One thing I want to tell you is just stay true to yourself, Cancer. I think that's really important this month, okay? And what's in your heart. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll be first to know when new videos come out. And then also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I put a lot up there all the time. Also, make sure that you check out the description box, because information about merchandise and membership only content and readings is all there. So if you're interested, you can reach out. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the month, and I'll talk to you soon.